In a major verdict in 1984 Delhi Sikh riot cases, the Delhi High Court has convicted former Congress lawmaker Sajjan Kumar in connection with the killing of 8 Sikhs in Delhi's cantonment area. He has been sentenced to life imprisonment. Earlier, the trial court had acquitted him. The Central Bureau of Investigation had challenged Kumar's acquittal by the trial court. The CBI told the Delhi High Court that Sajjan Kumar had instigated the mob. It had argued that Sajjan Kumar, along with 4 others convicts, had planned communal riots and were involved in ethnic cleansing after the assassination of then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi.
सज्जन कुमार को उम्र कैद मिली है, उसकी सारी उम्र उसकी मौत तक, और बाकी 3 को और को उम्र कैद है, जो एक्स काउंसिलर बलबन खोखर और जो गरदारी लाल और कैप्टन बागमाल, उनको भी उम्र कैद है, और जो एक्स MLA महेंद्र यादव है उसको 10 साल की, कृष्ण खोखर को भी 10 साल की.
The court, in its order, said it is important to assure the victims that despite the challenges, truth will prevail. It further stated that the aftershock of those atrocities is still being felt. The court noted that the criminals had enjoyed political patronage, also saying that there were abject police failure as the police failed to act against the inability of the victims to file complaints. Meanwhile, BJP's Arun Jaitley lambasted the Congress after the verdict.
Thousands of innocents were burnt and killed. The mobs were led all over by congressmen and Congress leaders. And instead of ensuring that justice is done to the victims and the guilty are punished, the Congress governments repeatedly during that period indulged in a cover-up exercise. The first part of the cover-up exercise was that the truth must not come out at all. So when civil liberties organizations came out with a whole report on 84 riots, that report was banned by the Congress government in 1984-85. Thereafter, an inquiry, a commission of inquiry by a sitting judge of the Supreme Court was appointed. And surprisingly, that commission did not blame the government.
And on this issue, I'm joined by K.T. Susi, senior lawyer who practices in the Supreme Court. So thank you for joining us on WION on this issue. And my first question to you is, after nearly 30 years, the perpetrators have finally been convicted. Why do you think that it took so long to punish Sajjan Kumar?
You see, the delay took place because in every case there were policemen also who were a party to the conspiracy, and therefore it was they did not register FIRs, they did not record witnesses' statements honestly, they destroyed the files, misplaced the files, and that is why it took almost a dozen commissions of inquiry to unearth the truth. At that time in 84, the Supreme Court was not as proactive as it is these days. After 1990 only, the continuing writ of mandamus was invented, and after that alone the Supreme Court became, we got the concept of monitoring of investigation by the court. If all these facilities were available earlier, perhaps we would have had, we have got justice much earlier.
The judgment says majority of the perpetrators of these horrific mass crimes enjoyed political patronage from your party and were also aided by an indifferent law enforcement agency. So what's your response to this?
Yes, of course they enjoyed patronage, and that because they were, you see, they were hand in glove. The police was hand in glove with these politicians, and they were lending protection to each other. That's the misfortune of all the cases of mass murder.
My question was that this warrants a response from the Congress party. Not much has been said today. The swearing-in ceremony took place. Don't you think Congress should say something on this issue substantially?
No. Whether they say anything about the Congress party or not, the question is, it's only those who are charged with the offence who can be punished. And all this, if you try and use it for political purpose, it will be a travesty of justice.